you may not be as influential as you think you are.
Stacey, you just finished a keynote in our studio upstairs. How are you feeling coming off of that?
It's always a big high, right? I mean, first it's virtual, so you have that extra energy. I feel you need the extra energy, extra ability to connect, interact, engage, to keep them engaged so that they actually apply what I am saying. It's always that high. The other piece, I think, especially for today, it was a group, an international group. And it's that moment of feeling so grateful that you have this opportunity to connect with people from all around the world. And the last 3 years has given us this opportunity to do that. It's pretty cool. It's a cool feeling.
Oh, good. I know. I feel like I don't perform live very often, but I feel like if I did, I'd feel the same way.
Yeah.
So Monday to Monday is your brand.
Yes.
How have the relationships you've made, professional relationships you've made along the way, helped build that and helped you live that out?
Yeah, it's being consistent. So taking a step back to unpack it a little bit more, because I talk about how do you communicate with influence Monday to Monday, the whole concept is you need to be consistent. Everything from the body language, the messaging needs to be consistent, as well as how you show up. Especially now with the hybrid world, it's being consistent whether you and I here are in person, whether if we were on Zoom, if we were actually on a phone call. This whole idea of Monday to Monday has definitely raised the bar for my team and I, because if we're teaching it, we better be doing it as well. I really can confidently say when we understood how we defined Monday to Monday in that way, then we started to live it. It really increased our brand. It gave us company growth because people know that they can come to us and trust us because they're seeing that we're being consistent Monday to Monday. I guess it even includes social media and what people are seeing from afar that we never actually have a conversation with, but they see that we live and breathe that Monday to Monday concept too.
How have you seen response from your audience change since your social media has been ramped up?
Oh, totally different. The one thing is they'll say, oh, did you rebrand? Which we didn't. It's just we gave it a twist of pulling in a little bit more authenticity, letting them see me more behind the scenes than just doing clips from delivering a keynote. And that's a lot of the check-in videos that we now do. It's pulling in more of my team on social media because they're out doing the workshops, they're doing the mentoring along with me. For our audience to get a chance to see us of authentically who we are and to literally be able to talk to people. We're just doing more video. I think video has been a game changer for us to up our social media. We're getting comments from our clients saying, oh, I see you're out there all the time. We always have been. It's just we didn't capture it. And now that we're capturing it and sharing it with a broader audience, people are taking notice.
I love that. And I love hearing that too, because social media is all about personal relationship and just the fact that you're able to be more authentic online, I think is just so important. But how have other people, in addition to our team, helped build your brand? I know you said you have a humor coach. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah. I hired Mike Goodwin. You need to check him out. He's not a plug here for him, but he's a real-time comedian. When I was looking a year ago to enhance my keynote, humor was a big part of it. I thought, God, I'm funny off stage, but I don't know if I always bring it on stage. And it goes back to the authenticity. Hired Mike Goodwin about 2 years ago. And he just gave me a way to give myself permission. It's okay to share the funny side of you. And that has really been a game changer. Who doesn't love to laugh? I think too, once you can get people to laugh, it just takes down any wall or any discomfort that they might have felt. But that's been a big piece of it.
How has trust been a part of that? Because you obviously have to go to people you trust and you trust them to make your work better.
So communication is the core. And my clients always hear me say this, communication is the core to everything that we do. But what's really the heart of the core is, do people trust you? How are they going to trust you? It's they always know you're going to follow through, you're going to show up, but the best of you is going to show up every day. I guess this conversation goes right back to it's being consistent.
Yes. How have we allowed you to be consistent over the years? Because I know you started working with us 7 years ago. How has that evolved?
Longer than that, Lexi. I don't even know the last. It has to be. It has to be almost 10 years. It's been a long time. I think because we've worked with each other for so long, we've gotten to know each other, so we know what each person's expectations are. I know you all know the standards that I have to come here and have you do my social media and my video blogs and my keynotes. I also know I trust you because every time I show up, you all show up 100% and more. You always give me what I expect. I always ask my audiences, what's one of your favorite brands that comes to mind when you see this word consistency? They come up with all these brands, the typical Starbucks, McDonald's, Nike. And when I ask them, why do you go back? They say, we always know what to expect.
Yes.
And that's this. Yeah. That's this experience here at Bureau Gravity.
And I think that just all goes back to the core of building relationships.
Yeah.
Like it is so important. That's how you build trust. That's how you communicate. Yeah. Just the aspect of relationships. I know when I first started working with you, I was like, I don't know what to do for her social media. I was like, I don't know. And I started reading your book. Yes. And I think the goal with like how we've evolved through that since I started working with you the past year has just been like, I've learned who you are through absorbing your work and learning more, and that's helped me build a relationship with you and what you say and your messaging. Therefore, I'm able now to convey that on social media, and I think that's helped just everything that we do together.
Yeah, and you do an amazing job. I mean, you've done your homework, but you're very consistent with everything that you do. So our two brands, we speak the same language. We've got the same conversation around how we feel trust is really built. And even in addition to, I think what's also important around consistency, it's just how you show up. Do you show up some days and you're scattered, you're constantly having a conversation with you and I'm constantly checking my emails and my text message, I'm all over the place. And then the next time you see me, I'm like, so what's going on?
How are you?
You cannot be turning this stuff on and off like a faucet. I think that's one thing that people misunderstand of what really influence is. It's not, you can't turn it on, you can't turn it off. You're either in or you're out. There's a song, I teach spin classes in my spare time, my free time. I've been doing it for years. And one of my favorite songs that I play is Go Big or Go Home. And my class always just laughs when I play it. I'm like, here's the deal. And I usually play it. It's a 50-minute class. So I play it like 5 minutes left when they are ready to fall off their bike. They are done. And I'll say, here's the deal, because this is where it counts. When you're ready to throw in the towel, go big or go home.
Oh my God. So you teach spin classes. That's so cool. So do you bring that Monday to Monday brand into that?
I do.
How often do you teach them?
I have a solid class once a week. It's just because of all my travel and everything that I'm doing, and been teaching for like 22 years. That'll tell you my age. But to me, and I've always said to my husband, it's a 6 a.m. class. I need to be ready for that because those people are coming there. They got out of bed early. In Chicago, it's dark now, right? So now add that element to it, and it's cold. I owe it to them that they got up, they got on that bike, and wherever they are in their life, I owe it to them to be consistent every week, that they know that if they're going to show up, they are going to work and they're going to get the workout that they want. I mean, can you imagine if you went to a class every Monday and some days it was good, some days not? You're going to rely on the stuff that's not good, and you're going to separate yourself from that relationship.
What other elements of your life, like the spin class, have been impacted by that Monday to Monday mindset? Like I always see you wearing red.
Yeah.
So you're always wearing red. Like how many red pieces do you have in your wardrobe?
I do have other colors. I do, yes. And I really, the red comes out a lot, obviously, in all the work and everything that we do there. It started, which is crazy because I started my work out of college at Target, right? Target. And I swore, Lexi, I will never wear another red or khaki. I don't even know I think they still wear red and khaki. I'm not even sure, do they?
Yeah,
they do.
I think so.
And I swore. Now, I've never worn khaki before. That is out of my closet. But the red, there's so much research around the power behind red. Obviously, I love the color red. That's part of the consistency. I think even in my personal life with my friends, to me, I want the best of me to show up all the time. With my family, with my nieces, the last thing I want to do, I don't see, they're not in Chicago with me. When I do get to see them, I'm never on my phone in front of them.
That's good.
I don't,
That's good.
right? Here's the thing, no matter what's going on in our life, professionally, personally, the economy, there's always one thing that we have control over, and that's our development, and it's the brand that we create. You can always control that.
I love the not being on your phone things. I feel like that's just so much of society today.
Yeah.
It's just being on your phone. How do you like stay consistent with that? I don't know if it's hard for you or easier for you at this
Totally.
point.
No, totally. And I am not perfect by any means. There's times I slip and I'm on my phone and I recognize that I'm doing it. To me, what I teach, it's all about not being perfect. It's being conscious. I think it's more about that. It's not about not making mistakes and not being, being perfect with being a perfect communicator. That to me is not authentic. It's recognizing when what you're doing, what you're conveying, the experience that you're creating for someone, if it's not working or it is jeopardizing your brand, your relationship, your trust with that person.
I think everyone needs to hear millennials, Gen Zs, go on your phone less. Like I know, like for me, if I'm scrolling too long, and like social media is my job, so I often have to be on it for work. And even like while I'm working, I'll be like, I'm feeling something, I should probably log. I get almost like tense if I'm on it too long.
Yes.
Because I've established such a peace when I'm not on social media.
Interesting.
So when I'm on it for too long, that peace starts to fade away. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
time to work on something else.
It's true, because when I'm traveling and it's just me, that's when I am living and breathing social media 24/7, watching all the videos, and I'll feel that too. That there's just this anxiousness I'll start to feel that I'm realizing, wow, I need to disconnect from that blue light for a while. That's what you do. You do social media. I get it. You need to be on it. I think when are you on it? Making that decision of what's the result of you being on it if it's jeopardizing relationship.
That's true.
And we're all guilty of it. I do it as well. Where I'm on Zoom call and if whoever's leading the meeting, if they're really boring, or I just feel like you have no idea what's even important to me. You're not talking to what my why is.
Yeah.
Of course, email at that moment in time is so much more productive than being on that meeting. I've been on so many client meetings where there's several people on the meeting that say nothing the entire time. And I'm thinking, I have no idea who you are. I don't even know why you're here.
Yeah.
It's being conscious. Again, it's being conscious. All of this is common sense. It's not common practice. We go through our day, go through Zoom after Zoom, team after team, get done with this project. I'm done for the day, I'm gone. And then we come back and we do it all over again. And to me, the people that are really focused and thinking about, why am I communicating with this person? Why should you care? Why am I taking this action? And you're thinking through that process through the day. That to me is someone that has success.
It sounds like you're very intentional with everything you do.
I am now. And I think why that is because as an entrepreneur and a CEO of my company, I know that time is of essence. If we truly are going to accomplish everything we want to and take care of each other, my team's my number one priority, and then my clients, and then my personal life, I really need to be intentional about everything I do in my day. The growth of my company has pulled me to really take time into, I cannot do the things I did 5 years ago. It just doesn't apply anymore. It would prevent me from getting the next place. Yes. If I am working with the wrong client, the value of our work gets jeopardized. They're not happy. We're not happy. Intentional with the vendors, the partnerships that I create, because I need to find someone that can do what I'm not good at, which is a lot. Finding those resources in my life and then giving it to all of you and just saying, I don't even have time. I can't even manage that. I just trust that you will even manage it. You will take care of it. You all treat my company like it's your own company. And those are the people I try to find in my life. Even I always listened to Tony Robbins. I'm a big fan of a lot of people that are the motivational speakers out there. Yeah. And he always talks about how the people in your circle really determine who you are as a person, how you behave, how you think, how you respond. I'm very particular about, at this point in my life, Just very particular about the people in my circle.
Thank you so much for your insight and for being here today. It was wonderful.
Oh, you're welcome. This is such a treat because you and I get to work from afar
Yes.
all the time. So just to
Yes.
sit here and have a conversation is a treat. So thank you.
It is. Yes.